I like to tell the story of unseen things above. Actually, I also like to tell the story of things seen here on Earth. And and this is what Paul and I are going to try to do here today on YouTube. Hello, YouTubers. Joe Kersey and Paul Bennett here at
Now you're trying to get the collar down.
oh, and my hair on the 24th of February 2015 at 14:40 in the afternoon Eastern Time. Now, Paul got home from work about an hour ago, a little over an hour ago now, and he was considerably better in terms of how he felt than yesterday. Tell him, Paul.
Yesterday was my first day back to work. And I haven't walked that much in freaking ages.
Well, you hadn't really walked at all. I mean, you've been using crutches.
Oh, yeah, since what?
Well, yeah, but you've been putting a little weight on, but not
11.
a lot. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Around 11 o'clock when I got home from the damn doctor, that's when I stopped using the crutches and was walking around. And I still had that big boot on. And then I put a regular tennis shoe on it later that afternoon.
Did you put your? I thought you put your one of your bigger.
No, I didn't do that till the next day.
Well, see, interestingly, and that raises an interesting point. Is since show them your foot there, Paul. If Paul's wearing a Cresta hiker, and I am wearing a Cresta hiker. Now,
He's wearing one that's not been used in almost 15 years.
Paul bought me this set of boots, 8.5 size set of boots. Easily over 15 years ago from LL Bean, and they were my size, and I tried them on, they didn't fit. And I was very disappointed, but nonetheless, I kept them.
Oh, I thought they did.
Well, I said they did because I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
I thought they did, but you had two other sets of boots.
Oh,
and you
hell,
were walking away.
Paul, you paid $80 for these things. And $80 15 years ago, I mean, it's still a lot of money, but I mean, given how hard you had to work for your money, I didn't want to. I just didn't want to do that to you. And well, anyway, so today they've been sitting here, loyally under the kitchen table for the last 15 years, and I said, I got to put these things on. I mean, I've got to use these. And I hadn't realized they had inserts in them. They had inserts down in the bottom of the boot.
I gotta check these because I didn't know they had inserts.
Well,
I never checked for inserts.
I mean, they look. It just looks like the bottom of. It doesn't look like there's an insert in there, but if you sort of look at it and get your hand down there and scratch around, so I took these inserts out, and the things fit fine. My feet went right in, and see, these are U.S. sized boots. And they were made in the United States. And God bless all the people in Asia that make all of our clothes and things for us. But their in South America and Latin America, but their sizing isn't quite the same sizing as us, even though they think it is. It's not.
Nope.
But this, perfect. So that was a little happy moment today.
Oh.
Well, anyway, so Paul's been wearing this his at work, and
Yeah, for support.
and they
first week back.
And you were better today, right?
Yes. I really didn't have It ain't a problem like it did yesterday. Like every so often, it felt like
Like a collapse, like you were going to fall
my ankle
down.
just
Yeah.
my ankle. It wasn't. It didn't want to lurch off to the side. Like toward the break zone thing. It just like you're walking. Where am I? Anyway, I'm still off. Oh, it just wanted to do this. Like flip back. My toes wanted to flip up off of the floor. That kind of a collapse thing.
Pay no
Yeah.
attention to that cell phone ringing over there on the sideboard.
Oh, okay. I knew it was one of them. Anyway, it kept wanting, do this on toes up, but today it didn't do that.
Well, no, and you were not nearly as tired as you were when you came home.
Oh, yesterday, after about an hour of being home, I was ready to, just nod off and go to sleep, or even sooner. And I said, no, there's no damn way. Said, we both wound up going to bed around 6:30.
I was just exhausted yesterday, and do you know that number? 824-1072. Oh, don't worry about it. No, carry on. Talk to the people.
No.
Nah, this is some nonsense.
And now one in the currencies on the one on the very last in the currency things, that's their extension.
Yeah, no, there's no. That's not. That's some nonsense. No
some
call
stupid
back.
freaking ad.
Yeah, it's. I don't know what it's for, but it's not going to get talked about or talked to now.
Oh, we're back.
Yeah, hang on.
We're back.
Talk to these
Miss
people now.
yourself.
Tell them how much better you did.
I did a lot better. I didn't feel tired, lightheaded, and totally out of breath and exhausted as crap. That's like when I came in the door yesterday, I had it. That was it.
No, he was clearly so much better when he came in today, and that's
Yeah.
good. That's good. You also went out and made a vitamin run, didn't you?
Yeah. I meant to do it yesterday, but I forgot to look for them. So I went back today, and they had tons of them in exactly the ones I was looking for.
Were you go to Kroger?
Yeah.
Kroger?
Okay, last time I bought a lower rate on the one side, so instead of doing one a day, I was doing two a day. So I ran out of them sooner.
Well, you would, wouldn't you?
Well, I didn't have.
I'm sorry.
I meant to get them Monday because I ran out of them on Saturday of the one. So I got them back.
Well, good. I'm trying to think. What else did you? Were there any really new developments at the hotel?
No, not really.
Don't let me distract you from what you were going to say.
Just wanted to. One, maybe two new housekeepers showed up that I've never seen. So, I've got to learn, who's the new house. Because there's a a couple of new housekeepers.
Yeah.
And I gotta, who the hell are you? Where do you keep your card? So like if they do schedule and that, and for what days you're working and stuff, going to work, when I'm taking the linen carts up, I try to fill the rooms first for those people that are going to be working the next day. And on the floors where they're not working the next day, I'll slack them off. I'll only put stuff in there, if I filled up the working girls' rooms. If that makes sense.
Tech talk.
Well, it makes sense to me.
Well, yeah. Well, that's
Why
that's basically the person who needs to make
why
sense.
fill a supply closet up on the floor with carts in it if nobody's using that floor? Well, working on that off of that floor that day.
Right.
I mean, if they act, and then if the ones, whoever is working that day, and they do go down there on that day, and what I did have as an overflow stuff put in there, they go running out while they're doing the rooms on that floor, they can go to that supply closet and add stuff back to their carts so they can keep on going.
Tell the pack rat story about stuff in your locker.
Dee Dee took care of that. She cleaned it out.
Your locker?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you didn't tell me that. Well, go tell us from the start.
Well, I always kept a bunch of extra cleaning rags and stuff in my locker. Plus these giant trash bags that everybody referred to. Well, it's basically the head maintenance guy that's over pretty much all of Ohio. He always called them body bags. Because
I wondered when you told me that the first
if you actually shake them out and stuff, I mean, you could almost put my body in one, but I think my head would actually stick out, so you'd have to tie it shut on my neck and stick some,
You look like a Smurf.
like a plastic,
You look like a Smurf.
like a plastic shopping bag over my head and then tie it, and then I would be in a body bag. Totally. Anyway, he was asking for one of these when he started work on our place. And I said, yeah, I have them. And he goes, oh, he came into the laundry room and he tried to get in the office. Well, Gail slammed the door shut. I don't have a key to the office. I don't know why I don't.
So I've been there 4 years.
So he said, oh crap, I need her body bag out of here. And so I need one of her black trash bags. And I said, well, I have better. I said, mine are larger.
Behold, I show you a better way.
He goes, that's right. He says, you got those giant ones. I said, are too large for the kitchen. And I said, yeah, I have those around. And he goes, where can I get one? And I said, over here in my locker. I said, if you go look for something, you need it. I said, just look in the locker. And I opened the door and had this box of the 2 rolls of these in there. And the extra cleaning rags and stuff I shine the elevators with and drinking fountains. Spare, mind you. And extra trash bags in there. And he goes, shit, you're nothing more than a pack rat. He says, you got everything.
Witness V-Day, witness, I mean, we're both of us that way, aren't we?
I said, it just amounts to that if I come in here in the morning, I need large trash bags, and the office door is shut, but somebody's running a little late. I said, I can get going and get rid of the trash and stuff, because I've got it. And I said, I've got a spare box cutter in case I need a box cutter for breaking the boxers down.
Or
so you don't
getting onto an airplane.
Ever fill the dumpster with unbroken down boxes that fill up the damn dumpster, and you cannot get all the trash in it when you need to. But I think I and Dee Dee are the only 2 people in the building that have the nerve to break down the box. Cut that tape stuff off the bottom of the box so it'll hold flat.
Now, in terms of pack rat, I have a little addendum to add to this. When I was in training, when I was an anesthesia resident, certain drugs were, as we say, in short supply in the operating room.
He picked up what he would possibly do.
And so
kept instead.
In order to, this was before I had the great big gray box, the great big gray drug and equipment box.
Where'd you lock that up at night?
I didn't have that then. I only had that when I went out on my own. But so you'd go down to the university and you'd set up your room, but quite often, some drugs were in short supply, and given the predominance of nurse anesthesia then, well, probably still is, but then let's say then, that particular group that was in charge didn't particularly want people doing certain things with certain drugs. But as a resident, a physician, I had a lot more latitude. I was a fully licensed physician in the state of Ohio. I could basically give anybody anything I wanted to,
But the nurse and nurses were free too.
Well, no, they weren't. They were under supervision. I was under supervision, but I also had some latitude. So, one of the guys was training me. God bless him. He turned out to be one of my favorite guys, although it took me a while to cotton on to him. I think it took him a while to cotton on to me, too. He said, you're stashing drugs somewhere. And I said, yeah, I am. And he says, where are you putting them? I said, they're in my socks. See, and I wore these big long wool hunting socks, even in summertime. Because I wore high top boots because of my bad ankles and stuff.
Remember the old red gray wool socks?
Yeah. Well, anyway, so what I would do is I would stuff these drugs down in the sock, and carry them around with me. And so if I needed them, particularly at the end of the case, like for reversing muscle relaxants and things, or if I wanted to use a different muscle relaxant than what sort of like was on the back stand that day, I had it ready to hand. So Paul does the same thing at his work.
And when they gave me one of the housekeepers who's been there as long as I have. She, I even told her about it. God, the first time she did a day up, she worked my day off. Somehow my day off was split up. So she did it one day and I came back the very next day. And she said, what are you supposed to do for trash bags? She said, if Miss Gail, if so-and-so comes in late, she said, you cannot go and do anything, but you don't have a trash bag. I thought, well, what happens is, when she does show up, I said, you take one from the office and you put it in on the cleaning cart. I said, the second one you take and you put in your locker.
There you go. There's
you put it in your locker.
Yeah.
So then, when you get here first, and I said, you're going after, start collecting trash and stuff throughout the hotel, you've got, you're ready to start for the day.
Well, and on that note, YouTubers, we're going to say bye-bye because it's been 21 minutes, and God bless you all. And so here's Joe and Paul saying bye-bye.
So we're not in trouble for being too long.
Well, we're not in trouble. It's just, sometimes you just need to get out of Dodge.